Whenever one of you guys sends me an article that, hey Yash, listen to this news, this has happened, and I want you to clear it for me. What I do is I go on, I check it out, I check out all of these sources that I trust, and I check the news over there on Google, and I reach out to some of my friends in the US. That's what I usually try to do, just to verify the information that I get before I put it in front of you guys. If just one person asks me, I try to just reply on Instagram and help them. If more people, two or more people send it to me, that's when I understand, hey, people are really concerned about this thing and I need to make a video. And that's something that happened today as well. Before we actually go on and I explain exactly what is going on with the visas of type F and J, that's student visas, I want you to understand this one term which is called the duration of status. Okay, this is important. Without this, you may not understand the context of the video. Okay, so over here I've pulled up the definition on Google itself, and it says duration of status refers to the period a student is pursuing a full course of study plus any authorized practical training following the completion. Okay, the dates of the program, the dates on the I-20 determine the initial parameters of the duration of status. So it's really about, for instance, if you just think of the F-1 visa, I had to give you a quick example. I would say that your duration of status is, first off, the amount of time you study. Maybe you're studying a master's program 2 years long, let's say. 2 years plus 60 days which you get to get the OPT, or basically to get a job offer for the OPT. And if in those 60 days you actually get a job offer, then your OPT period as well. This can be 1 year to 3 years depending on whether your degree is a non-STEM or a STEM program. Okay, so with that can be your typical duration of status in the case of a typical student who's going for a master's for their F-1 visa, and on their F-1 visa. And the whole part about this is that people are not liking what happens afterward. Okay, so you come to their country, you study, okay, you probably get your return on investment back within those 3 years. Now you also have a degree, you also have some savings. Okay, so basically you have gained something already in those 3 years. And now what they're saying is that, hey, okay, now you're finished. All right, now you've finished your duration of status. But at this point, what do? You go ahead and you file for the H-1B. Your employer files for the H-1B every single year. They file for the H-1B. Even if your OPT is 3 years long, they would file for it 3 times long if you 3 times if you don't get it. So when your degree ends, what do? You file for the OPT, you get it. You basically work in their country for 3 years. I'm assuming you're from a STEM background. What happens when the OPT finishes? You apply for the H-1B. What happens when your H-1B finishes, 3 years gone? You apply for an extension for the H-1B. You keep getting that return on your investment that they basically do not like. And think of this as, as if you were the president of the United States. You were thinking, okay, what's happening is really, these people are coming to our country, but they're bringing in massive investment. I talked to you about this last time. We bring in about $41 billion every single year. That's international students for the US. It's a huge part of their economy, man. It's a huge part. The whole point over here is that we're bringing in so much money, and at the same point, what is happening is that we're getting this ROI, right? We're getting this ROI, we're getting the job, we're basically getting the money back, we're paying off our loans. Then we start to earn. Save up, and buy a house, buy something else for ourselves. That's something that we do for ourselves or for our families. And that's the point that probably these people are not liking, because what happens after H-1B ends, eventually you go back to your own country, right? And you take your money with you, which they do not prefer. Any president would not prefer that their money goes out into another country, and that's probably what they're doing over here. So they're saying that, all right, there should be a maximum duration of stay. Okay, there should be a maximum duration, because right now it's not clear. There is no clear boundary as to when a person leaves the United States after he's done with his program, after he's basically finished with his degree. Because as long as we are in the same field, let's say you went in for data science, you studied it, and then you started working in the field, as long as you're working over there, you have a chance to continuously get the H-1B, and you continuously keep working over there. Okay, so yeah, that's one thing that they're not liking. So DHS, that's the Department of Homeland Security, has actually sent out a proposal to OMB, that's the Office of Management and Budget. The head of OMB actually reports directly to the president, that's President Donald Trump in this case at this point of time. And what they're saying is, hey, establish a fixed time period that, after this time period, after these many years, you have to leave. There's no other option. And now this was basically the news. I wanted to give it to you, I wanted to tell you, because you need to know what's going on. Okay, it's not as if this does not affect you, because anyone who's going to the United States is going to be affected by that, and that may include you. If you're watching this, it can. So you need to know what is going on. I'm not giving my personal insight as of yet, but take a look at this chart that we're showing over here, the overstay by the United States, international students in the United States. So let's say that, this was, by the way, exit as of 30th September 2019. So 30th September, these many students, 19, you can say 1.9 million students had to leave the United States. They had to leave, but they did not leave. They overstayed their duration. Okay, so those are the students that they're talking about. These are the students because of which this is happening. It's absolutely abysmal. It shouldn't be happening, first off. But at the same time, what they're saying is that, hey, these 3% of these students actually overstayed, and we do not like it. We need to do something about this. And yeah, that's basically their whole point. And the whole concept of a time-bound system, the thing that it brings with itself is that the whole thing that we used to go for was the ROI, and this is gonna scare more students away if this happens. A lot of you guys sent me this article. I read it from a couple of sources. It's not online on a lot of websites as compared to what other articles you can find. Like, you guys send me an article, like every single time I can find about 10 to 20 articles about it. I can read them, I can make sure that the information is correct, and then I can present it to you. For now, I could just find 2 of these. But the thing is that, hey, this does not have to be it. You do not need to worry. By the way, if you know, this thing came along in fall 2019 as well. August 2019, I remember reading this news. I remember the same thing happened. But I'm not sure if this is the same process which has been going on now. This is maybe, on a higher ground as to what it used to be. But it's your job to understand that, hey, this can affect you, this can happen. It seems very, very legitimate to me. But at the same time, what I can see is that when a lot of other countries like Australia, UK, and Canada are basically making their immigration rules so good for international students, that, hey, come to our country, be a part of the economy, and we want you to be here. If that's the impression that other countries are giving, and this is the impression that the US is going to give to the international students, I mean, given what it has been doing, the OPT ban, and banning the Chinese students, and all of that has already happened. But with this just makes me feel like people can be very, very capricious over there. And of course, this is not something that has happened yet. I will keep you updated. Make sure that you are watching every single video, because I will keep up to date with this news. I want to make sure that you know first thing if this is something that can affect you. For now, I do not think it should be implemented, but that's just my opinion. Hey, I cannot predict if it's going to happen or if it's not going to happen, because it does seem legitimate, but at the same time, it does not seem that this is the message that at this point of time United States would want to give out to the international students, that, hey, we are not supporting you. If this is the message they're giving, I'm pretty sure a lot of students are going to go far off from United, like they are not even going to think of it as their study abroad destination, which is basically going to be very, very you can say opposite to what they actually wanted for their country. They want the top talent to be there, right? And at the same time, if they are doing something like this, then I'm pretty sure the top talent would rather go on to another country, right? So yeah, that makes sense to me. I just wanted to deliver this message. Do not be scared as of now. Hit the red icon, that's the subscribe button, because you will get regular updates regarding anything that happens on this scenario. But at the same time, please do not panic, guys, because these kinds of news, they come along every single year. Literally, this happened last year. I read about it, I was scared, it affected me, but I don't want it to affect you unless it actually happens, right? So if it actually happens, I will give you alternatives. Even if you have gone to the US and I do not see an ROI, I'll tell you how to come back and apply to another country. Don't worry, I will give you alternatives. I'll keep supporting you on every step of the way, but I want you guys to trust me on this process, okay? And just make sure that you check out the regular updates that I'll be giving you as soon as anything is out, because this literally happened about 6 hours ago, and I'm just giving it to you right now. I'm probably going to be posting this in the morning because, it's late at night right now, and I don't want this video to be out when it's late at night. But yeah, that's the whole point of it. So you guys understand what's going on, okay? Again, if this helps, again, I will be giving you more genuine information. Subscribe, like, and comment down below. Let me know how I can help you. One thing that I was thinking was that a lot of people are actually stuck in the lockdown right now, right? So I was just hoping, if some of you are, because I got a lot of messages, and I just want the YouTube community to comment on this, not just the Instagram community, but the YouTube guys. Tell me if they are not able to utilize this time to the best. What they can do is they can comment down below, and I can give you weekly tasks. I can tell you, hey, this week you gotta do this, you should work on this, hey, we can try this. And one week you work on that thing, next week you work on another thing. Eventually I'll make sure that you make your profiles stronger for whatever country that you're going to. I can help that with you. I can make it stronger for you. I can help guide you. Let me know, and I'll do weekly videos guiding you on one task that you can do, which should not really take that long. Maybe one week you have to work 1 hour, maybe the another week you have to work 5 hours. But at the end of the day, your profile will be a lot better. So yeah, if that's something that might help you, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't worry guys, I'll keep you updated. Just please, you gotta trust me over there. I'm repeating this, I know, but it's important. You need not panic at this moment. Nothing has happened. Okay, I want you guys to know this. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for taking out the time and being with me today. It genuinely means the world to me. Thank you.